As I was playing Mankind Divided, I got this feeling scratching at the back of my mind that this didn't really feel like Deus Ex, or at least not like Human Revolution. Now the characters were the same, the mechanics were the same, and Jensen was as gravelly as ever.
You know me, I tend to keep to myself.
But somehow it still felt different. After I dug around a bit to figure out exactly where this feeling was coming from, the answer surprised me. The reason it felt so different was because the world wasn't yellow. A silly reason, perhaps, but it actually goes deeper than that. In Human Revolution, the theme of the game was about transhumanism, guided human evolution through robotics, providing mankind with the opportunity to reach a new era, a golden age perhaps. It made sense for everything to be gold and chrome and slick and futuristic, because that is the direction that society was going, and those were the themes at play. Cybernetic augmentations were ushering in a golden age for mankind, and so everything looked gold. Not the most subtle of metaphors perhaps, but it certainly got the job done. Now compare that aesthetic to Mankind Divided. Suddenly we're in the city of Prague, with a palette of natural tones, lots of blues and greens and browns rather than the omnipresent gold. Furthermore, the city itself is filled with classic architecture from previous eras, and all of this is super significant. In both Human Revolution and Mankind Divided, the aesthetic of the game does a lot of work to help tell the story and establish the atmosphere. Mankind Divided is all about the conflict between natural humans and augmented humans, and the city of Prague does more than just provide a melting pot for racial tensions. This city is old, and it's steeped in culture and history. Walking through its streets, you can see how everything fits together, how everything looks like it belongs there, how it all matches the style and the culture of the things around it. Then you come across the new stuff. Futuristic structures, laser checkpoints. All of these new things clash severely with the surrounding city. And looking at them, you can tell that something old, something that belonged there and had been there for years, had been torn out to make room for these upgraded structures. Yes, they may be more effective, more powerful, or more efficient, but they don't belong there. The very essence of them purposely clashes with their surroundings, and in doing so, Mankind Divided pulls off something that's really quite clever. It makes the entire city of Prague act as an analogue for humanity, carving out the old parts that have been there for so long that make it what it is, and replacing them with something that does not look or feel natural. It puts the player directly in the mindset of actually thinking about these things from both angles, not just seeing things from Jensen's perspective as the oppressed and discriminated party, but also being surrounded in that prevalent mindset of the period, that augmentation is unnatural and that it does not belong, just by creating this immersing feeling through the aesthetic and through the design. In both games, the aesthetic had been designed to lift you up and dunk you straight into a goopy pool of atmosphere, which reflects the mindset of the world at the time. At first with augmentation raising mankind to new levels, and now with this conflict between classic and augmented humanity, the future pushing against the past and being strongly resisted every step of the way. It's a great example of using such simple things as color and more complicated visual design to tell the story, to create a feeling in the viewer, and to make a point in a way that is perhaps more effective than all the rhetoric being thrown at us.